Matt, hey, good morning, Dan, Vike.com. It's Sunday morning. I did get your email yesterday, and I just wanted to respond and just kind of give you a little presentation on how I think maybe Vike can work. I still want to hear what you and Doug put together based on our Zoom meeting, and we'll take it from there. But I wanted to kind of talk about, where I think Vike could go, only because I've done so much work in getting to this point where, I work with Polymesh just like you do. I have a token created and configured, ready to go. And so I want to just give you a quick little presentation on how that could work and how that might benefit you and Doug. And before we get into that, quick little um, help from one of our sponsors. And we are back. So I want to do a potential raise with WeFunder. It's a company that you're obviously very familiar with. You have a raise going on there. I actually invested through WeFunder with you, so I kind of thought about how you could uh, help in helping me do a raise um, to fund, my idea for Vike. And so um, that will be the kind of the gist of this presentation is let's get Vike going. And so instead of having just two entities, we could have possibly three out there selling tokens. So that's the goal. And I have been talking to attorney Darren Mangum. I keep wanting to say it differently, but it's Mangum. He's a securities attorney. We talked about doing a Reg D kind of offering, but I just wasn't ready, and certainly this is more than what I thought. And but he's got some great ideas, and he has a great video on the FTX debacle. And at the end, he talked about how he could help set up an exchange for companies that want to have their own token exchange. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to help companies tokenize and have an exit strategy, but also have a token exchange where we could put those tokens and sell them all day long. As you know, I have been working with Polymesh, and I have an account, and I have a token, and I know how to do it all. So, um, you know, uh, that is behind me. So now it's just a matter of finding opportunities and getting that all put together. And so, how do you and Doug play into this? Well, I'm thinking of raising up to $5 million with WeFunder. I want to mint 5 million Vike tokens. I want to give you 100,000 tokens. I want to give Doug 100,000 tokens. I'll have 2 million tokens, and the other 2,800 tokens. No, I'm sorry, 2.8 million tokens can be made available to anyone that wants to invest in Vike through WeFunder, and they would go into an SPV PV, I think is how you would best want to do that. So we essentially just have like 4 people in a cap table, on the cap table, and kind of go from there. And so, and then once we have an exchange, then you can take your 100,000 tokens and put it on an exchange, and maybe at that point, the tokens right now they would be worth $1 a token. Maybe they could be worth $25 a token, and that's $2.5 million to you, which would help pay off your home and have some money for a vacation. And so, that's the thought. And if I continue with this thought is I would have like 3 offices, one in Boston covering the East Coast, one in Minneapolis covering the Midwest, and one in Phoenix covering the West, and have closers in each one of these areas while having a room full of appointment setters to set up appointments for these guys or gals to go out there and close some deals and tokenize these companies and help them exit from where they are to where they could be. And then because we have an exchange, boom, now we can put those tokens on the exchange and start selling those tokens all day long. And so that's the thought process. Before I continue, another shout out to one of my sponsors. Welcome to Prairie Machining, #1 machine shop in Minnesota. Located in Chaska, Minnesota. Located just 25 miles southwest of Minneapolis. If you're looking for quality machine parts, you need to call 952-448-4005. So going back to tokens, so this would be the first round of finding investors. We could do another round because every 12 months you can try to do another $5 million raise, or we could do a Reg A plus raise, and then the second round, I could possibly offer you more tokens, like 1 million tokens, and Doug 1 million tokens, and so now you're making some serious cash. So that's the thought process. I am still excited to hear what you guys have in mind for fintech PE, I guess is what you're calling it. Obviously, Doug has more experience in this area than I do, but I think I have a pretty good plan. And since I already have the tokens and I can generate the tokens, I even have tokens created for one of my clients here in the Valley, who's actually struggling as a business, and we could really help him out and get this thing going. So that is something I wanted to throw out at you. I will finish with a presentation I put together for Vike tokens, and I will talk to you soon.